Yamamu nyina akwaba yenkase a etwato enne ewo UTVs no eno ene ne mo eche yenhwe ensema oba betie no ebi
Erani eche mra hyebedwama eku a ehwe nkuntabuo ni ho ensem so Public Accounts Committee kyerese nyumakuo bi omne yenum sika 722 ne ade mu na ho papa enti Attorney General oman tenabia ehwe yensem so na eka edema ye wo mra kwan so no omramu na ometoto
Omanfo a womudi eye computer ebokro no bu omanfo fa so no eyade abambofo a womu enimdi ewo saade no cyber security womudi ato Ghana fo nyina se yema yani na ho
Sanso and a government statistician Sabri Professor Kobina enim kyerese entutue nioma yeto adwedi ayedi no inflation no isikana ho de Sabri ehuri akọ hanchiche waduasa miensan ne achipo enkron ejese enioma bo ehuri akosoro kakra
ene Aisha Hwan nsensem ekopiem ewo court drama NC ababa yeso matini suo na aden de oka no nso so aye no tisase wakola passe eni eno ene ensem bebre ne sie
Sanso na ebetena se na yatwetwe nkomo be ne yatwetwe wampani dada John Dramani Mahama HS na koja sika eni sika odebo no ho bra no enya ade a ne nsa ka sanso ena nsem bi oka kyese eye article 71 office holders a eye mpanifo a wodi oman anim ne ade omusika omusaka no ba ene akwankoja sika no onyaya obesesem ne no ena MPP amanyoku no aye nsechofo hie maka nsem bi afa won se de wampani dada e ka no nsem no etwetwe omaso kakra no krebi ni nsem ne yene owura osu bempa ebetena se na yatwe nkomo na yahwe de MPP ho asemi ene omanu yi a omwo edema Ghana manma medi adi anim ado meni menu aba
Obahima efiache seed
afa ye konsuma na dan ye ni ede a kire mra hyebedwam na yakọ Public Accounts Committee omwo na ehwe na dwumadi ebekoso no sika hontutu ne ho nkonta no omwo ne edom aku dodo na etena se na wototo omano mo hwe sika no dwuma omdi ediye na no eno makwa kohyiamu na nhyiamu ko takrade no na wie ne se nsɛm ni bi wɔ hɔ a etwetwe mo so kakra enti yo mafrɛ sɛ enipa bi nhwɛ yi sanso na Attorney General ɔman nhwɛ na nsɛm a ɛwɔ mu no saa eku a ɔmo hwɛ sɛ ɔmo nneɛma ntwa yi no ɔmfrɛ ɔmo na ɛho nsɛm a yɛmra kwan so no ɔmisa ɔmo
me bia ye bia hwɛ dɛ yɛ ne yie na yɛ no ɛyɛ na kwan do ama sɛ eji edwuma na de wo mo promotion another wa transfer wo kwa ɛrekwa na wadwene de ho de edwuma na me impeni pi na Ghana fu wo mo hene ayi edwuma de yɛn ya yɛnhwɛ na yɛn ne obi a pɛ de odzizi na edwuma ho in a way bia onfo kwana yesre aba na onyi sika kakra wo da hye won sanso hwɛ na use die modin me feel do kwenye na man kofu nyina this year yin second time ya ba ya boko nti man kase wonyi me dey yere be so ya fa ncha nti wa manzama fa ho a was it to yen kakaka ba mi mezi na on kwansam enough for ma abana mo ahwa ya bi na nasia report obe last year 2020 a report obe ya na abana ska wa ya na basa 12 billion. This year 2021 reports are so about 17 billion. Abe.
Omo akamu a omo acho mo report mo a still omo fa ban sika omo ni sika omo fa ban parts we use it me a prosecution because surcharging and we surcharge means as I said we levy nipa no this carnival scar yes we fa na ban sika wa fa no so we fund it but that is not the only and then ofa ban sika na amrane say sanfa bra na say obi abefa ban sika let's na amrane say onfa sanfa bra so the surcharge means in addition to surcharge we should be punished to say senior commonly obi kobia ekofa ban sika misappropriation na ye complain na ye na itimi ya na prosecution was circuit court na district court and itimi di on two we should be able to prosecute people who almost yes
okay infractions are almost cited and it was about 20 infractions it be a unsupported document in any manema but procurement breaches were 2 but the art procurement breaches Public Accounts Committee almost referred to AG. Back was MP's common fund. Or they street lights and cement near the communities. Yeah, almost yeah, follow competitive tender. But management agencies is a flow competitive tender. The I don't know AG and a be decided.
Enifa bebre na no mobokro no e wo internet ene computer so ne sa entia so ye hwe nkita odi hu ensem eso ene cyber security authority ampanyifo bi ti se amapoma boaten ene Dr. Albert Enjubo Osiakom eda no no e de afutu e magana fo nyina se e ba no internet hu dwumedie ne ho bambo ho nsem de friend bible cyber security na e ya omanfo e ma wani nko ho pa.
The digital space is prone to varying cyber attacks, and this must be a concern for everyone. In October 2021, Interpol reported that cybercrime reduced the GDP of African countries by more than 10%, which was an equivalent of $4.12 billion. In Ghana, there has been an increase in cyber-related incidents and crimes due to the over-reliance on information communications technology, ICT, for socio-economic activities. The most prevalent cyber incidents received in 2020 by the Cyber Security Authority through the Cybercrime Incident Reporting Points of Contact launched in October 2019 were online fraud, unauthorized access, online blackmail, online impersonation, and the publication of non-consensual intimate images. The overall prevailing incidents reported by businesses, particularly small to medium enterprises, during the period was online fraud, which was 63% of all reported crimes.
In 2017, the week-long celebration was marked under the theme Securing Ghana's Digital Journey. We were fortunate to have a certain President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to lead the effort in the celebrations. This also continued in 2018, when we had, again, the President also opening this. I must say, my experience across the continent, I haven't seen a certain president demonstrating commitment by participating in awareness creation effort across the African continent. I think it's something commendable. We have challenges from health, education, infrastructure, but if we fail to also give commitment to cybersecurity, by the time we are ready, the hackers would have already taken over. And I think this is why I think it's commendable, the leadership that we've seen from the political establishment in supporting this, and we hope this continues as we make progress in securing our digital environment.
If you go and you look at the mobile connectivity index as well, one of the things that have moved Ghana to where we are as a transition nation is what we've done in cybersecurity. The fact that the authority is in place, the fact that there's a law in place, and the fact that we're working together to be able to protect that space. So I would want to urge all of us that it's important that we take cyber security very, very importantly. And for us in the telecommunication sector, it's one of the things that we really do. So you find out that in Ghana, most of our telecommunication infrastructure, you would say that the technical parts are very sound when it comes to your security, but even that, it's because on a constant basis, you need to be working at it and ensure that you are dealing with it.
As I show my sikasem any hunko tabu ensem so government statistician. Penny Odano Professor Kwabena enim or the Saba Betudua say, but sumi watching corner we no umbu nkonta hwe ya brabo ayebo eye ensuo ashantia de aduane ayeto dan aye high ne ade nyina no ede nyina ebubo mu no sabre yesika 7 inflation na ho de no ehuri ekọ ha nchichemu aduasa mensa ene achiripo enkron.
government statistician abankwanta bufo okunni Samuel anim ede August inflation no eto ensendrofo anim a ne nyina no eye mfiepede ne aduonu mienu de no ene wo hwe se enioma bo wo sana na so August buso mimu afi we mu no huriye ekobe se ohamu nchemu aduasamiensa echiri ponkono 33.9% na ne nyina no wode be hye edan bo a ekosoro ensuo bo eyiramokane abo afefa ngo bo ejamframa bo ene ne ekeka ho enti eno no behuri di kan a eno no enya be se 46.7% ena afehyanti ade enso akwabade nsem transport nso eno ba beto so mi second highest 45.7% eno no na eno en wo say wode aduane nso de eba de ene na aduane nso edru 34.4% ena afe ne enya aduane nso eno nso ne bo huri ko soro 36.6% ne yekono mantem no a eye epoye mantem eastern region no wono eba benya 41% ena afe nso mentifido mantem eye mentifido epoye mantem upper east region no eno ena chese ne de no eba form kra a record the lowest rate eno no 22.8% ensem no wodi tu dwase.
From a domestic item and an imported item perspective, imported item for the 5th month in a row recorded a rate of inflation higher than domestic inflation, specifically 35.2% for imported items relative to 33.4% for domestic inflation. From a regional perspective, we identified Eastern region recording the highest overall inflation of 41.0%, having recorded the highest non-food inflation again for the month of August 2022, and the Upper East region recording the least rate of inflation of 22.8%. On a month-on-month basis, for the first time in 8 months in the year 2022, we have recorded the lowest rate of inflation on a month-on-month basis of 1.9%. Disaggregating this into food and non-food, we see non-food dominating by 0.2 percentage points, with non-food recording 2.0 for the month of August 2022 relative to food inflation, 1.8% for the month of August 2022. We identified items, that is out of the 307 items in the basket for the computation of CPI and rate of inflation, we identified items that recorded rates of inflation higher than the 33.9% for the month of August 2022. And we identified 97 of these items having rates of inflation more than 33.9% for the month of August 2022. This was dominated by food items that are locally produced, taking about 36.1% of these 97 items, followed by food that are imported, 17.5% of them. So from a food perspective, we recorded about 53% of the 97. Based on the weight of items that drives rate of inflation, we identified items that recorded the highest rate of inflation, with bars and totrophes having the highest rate of 5.8% and bread having an equally high rate of 0.0%, all for the month of August 2022.
And now Accra Circuit Court, Aisha 1, aka N1. Oni afofo mensa omu kokopie court no enim kwadu e de bo omu galamse omu abetama soa e wo Ghana wo mu wa brekom ye China adehie na ebru a omu bubo omu nkro no court no atu asem na ahye September busumi ne da etoso aduonu enso na sa China fo ye de kwadu e bo wo mu no omu lawyer e de nkrabia ifadate de all kan say asem ye kete se nshofo ya ha ani ama asem na ba be kakaka.
I was defending Aisha 1 at High Court Criminal 1. Then, on the day that we were supposed to open our defense, the Attorney General entered noli prosequi, which means don't prosecute. Then the Attorney General took my client away from the court. The next thing I heard the next day was that my client had been flown out of Ghana back to China or wherever, but out of Ghana. I didn't understand why the Attorney General did not allow us to finish the case. I think it was a wrong move, but they took her out of Ghana. Today we are being told in the court that she sneaked out of Ghana, which is false, a blatant untruth, an inaccurate statement, which was made to the court. Very sad, most unfortunate. I am told, I was not at the bar conference, But I'm told that the Attorney General says the cooperation of the judiciary is required to keep these people in custody. If it is true that my learned friend, the Attorney General, made such a statement, then it is most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. And in the light of that, the decision to refuse bail gives credence to what is being said, which is unfortunate. I was defending her. We were going to court regularly. She was on bail, but she never missed a court date. And we were defending her. She was supposed to open her defense. And then on that day, Attorney General entered nolle prosequi. I don't know why they entered nolle prosequi, but they did it. And then the following day, she was flown out of Ghana, not because of an executive instrument saying that she is a persona non grata, not because the Parliament of Ghana had passed the law denying her the right to be in this country. I think it was a wrong move, because it would have been better if the Attorney General had allowed the process to go on and then judgment entered, so that either she's convicted or acquitted and discharged. My worry is that the media has overhyped this small matter of mining without license and doing mineral sales without license. It's a small matter. It happens every day in Ghana. So I don't see why the media should even write an editorial on this matter. And it is that which is creating a problem and giving all manner of insecurity to the issue. I don't know how she entered Ghana, but I don't want to say that I want to indict Ghana Immigration Service, because any foreigner who comes to Ghana passes through our borders, and each of our borders are manned 24 hours by immigration officers. So immigration cannot tell me that they don't know how she entered Ghana. There is no legal impediment that bars Ashawan from coming to Ghana, because she's a human being like you and I, and she's entitled to freedom of movement. And if only she has a visa, she can enter this country anytime.
Yedikase eko ahmejiemu yeba koko enim ene Ernest osu bempa ebetena se na nkomo bebira ewo no omo de aba yetwe ho yeba sese.